Hey, 35192 if you want to send a text. AlanCoxShow.com to watch live. We'll get to the Bill Squire Friday Get Down a little bit later on. That's how we know that the weekend around here is officially underway. It's brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey. And it'll be the first live one here in the new studio to boot. Guardians will play again tonight. They lost to Seattle last night. Mariners got them 3-1 was the final. So tonight, 10-10 is the second of 4 here on MMS. My wife informed me in the break that we do, in fact, have a tabletop radio.
Oh.
That was her grandfather's.
That's pretty neat.
I don't know if it works, and it's one of those things that I guess I just kind of look past it because it's been there for so long. I don't know if it works, but we do have. I certainly know it's not used in our house. We have a lot of bureau chiefs in the state of Oregon. We've got James in Portland. We've got people in Eugene, Oregon. And they're finally getting around to, and again, I don't know how long this was in the works. I don't know how long something like this takes. But they've finally come around to the conclusion that they're going to rename Swastika Mountain. It's been called that a long time. And it's, you know, if you know your history about the swastika, obviously it predates Hitler and the Nazis by thousands of years. And then somebody comes along and ruins it. You know, I mean, not for everybody. Ruins it for Europeans and Americans. And I know some people are way into it. But, you know, you'll still see it if you go to an Indian wedding, a Hindu wedding, so, you know. Been around a long, long time. But there's such a singularly negative connotation about it in this country that it took them until now, living in the shadow of Swastika Mountain, to decide that they were going to change the name of it. Because they're like, look, when they, you know, they named this thing a long, long time ago, Hitler wasn't even a glimmer in his daddy's eye yet.
Well, wasn't there a city, too, that was named, like, Swastika?
I'm sure there's all kinds of things named Swastika.
It was in New York. We talked about it a few years ago, and they said they weren't going to change the name. And you guys were like, I don't see the problem with it. I was like, I think you just changed the name.
Swastika, New York, yes.
Yeah.
It's keeping its name. That's it. That's outside Plattsburgh, New York.
I would change the name of Plattsburgh, too. That also doesn't sound great.
All right, we're going to make y'all happy, all right? We're finally going to change the name of Swastika, New York. We're also going to change the name of Plattsburgh, New York. And we're going to change the name of Plattsburgh to Swastika, New York.
To Splatsburg.
Happy now? Oh, Splatsburg is what they, yeah. That's up at the very, very top of New York State. Swastika. And, you know, and again, it's not a big town. And invariably, when they go to the residents and go, we want to change the name of the town, you can understand why people go, no, I've lived here my whole life. I was born in Swastika. My father was born in Swastika. My grandfather was born in Swastika. And by God, my children will be born here in Swastika. Because why let one, and they have a point. Why let one bad apple ruin that for everybody?
It's a really big apple, though.
It's a huge, huge apple.
It was a watermelon on an apple tree.
There's a city in Turkey called Batman. Might be Batman. It's probably Batman, right? It's in Turkey, Batman. There's all kinds of towns like that. But in Oregon, they're going to change Mount Swastika or Swastika Mountain. I don't know what they're going to change it to. They had to put it up to a vote, though, for the Oregon Geographic Names Board. Now, you know, we've had a guy call this show on a number of occasions, Spuds Mackenzie. Perhaps you remember him. He's from the National Potato Council, and he'll check in occasionally. Those are jobs that people have, but they're certainly not jobs that you think would be sought-after jobs. Somebody has to do these. And so there's somebody at the top of the Oregon Geographic Names Board, or OGNIB, if you will. And so they're taking submissions for names. And they said that the ones that they're zeroing in on are Mount Halo, named after, of course, the delicious burger chain, and Umpqua Mountain, which is a reference to the Native American tribes in the region. So, yeah, Swastika Mountain, you know. In the break, all the people out there listening in Stark County were giving me a hard time because I called it the Sticks. They said, Stark County's not the Sticks. I said, Stark County is the Sticks.
There's the Sticks are everywhere. I mean,
well,
you can get a little bit outside of Cleveland and you can be in the Sticks.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't have to... Most of Stark County is not Canton.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go to East Sparta or whatever the hell else is out there, and then tell me you're not in the Stick. Huh? Go out to Harmon, Ohio, and tell me that you're not in the Sticks. And they're proudly in the Sticks. Now, whether people are also telling me that swingers club in Canton got shut down.
Oh, no.
Well, remember that? Because it looked like an old restaurant or something, and the guy who owned the place wasn't going to renew it for him or something.
Well, I just remember they had a video that was showing people around the place that got passed around the internet in like the early days of YouTube. Like, come on down to whatever the place was called, and it like took you on a tour. Like, we got Coke machine here. Yeah. This room's for if people want to be watched. This is where you can watch them. And here, this one, and it's all just like mattresses on the floor and stuff. It was
This is a watching room.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I go to the bathhouse, like here in Cleveland, they have like a watching room, but it's a hotel room just with a window. It looked like my old studio. Like you guys would be in the main studio.
I mean, that's kind of what it looked like, but like there's the watching room, and then I mean, there was more than just a mattress on the ground, but it didn't look fancy.
Ugh.
It just looked almost like industrial.
That's not a good word for.
I mean, nobody's going there for the ambiance.
No.
There are some high-end, sex clubs and rooms like that where they've got like craft services there.
Yeah.
So you can take a break. If you get dehydrated, you can lumber your fat ass over and, get some Gatorade or something. But they have like chafing dishes full of meatballs. I mean, I don't want to eat on small plates in a regular spot.
Yeah, this one had like a kitchen and stuff. So there was the community areas. It was BYOB. You bring your drinks. And
bring your own balls.
Yeah. Bring your own lube.
Mountie McMountface. Somebody. Well, no. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. There's a place in Northwest Pennsylvania called Townville. They should update that. Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that they should, probably do. But I don't know what they'll do. Hey, if your kids are way into, maybe they're not. Snoop Dogg has got a new YouTube channel for kids. And listen, this is Snoop Dogg, who is nothing if not an entrepreneur. It's amazing. I can't think of another person in pop culture who has come so far from what he once was as a young man. You know what I mean? Like culturally, this guy was like, Death Row Records and the whole bit. And that's kind of still underneath him. But he's a smart guy. He's a grandfather now. And he's no dummy. He's taking advantage of millennial parents. It's like when I put my daughter in a Pink Floyd t-shirt. She doesn't listen to Pink Floyd. I like Pink Floyd, and I think it's cute. Same thing Snoop Dogg's doing. He launched a music channel for kids called Doggy Land. And so you can get on there and watch that. And he's got characters. He voices one of the main characters, and he's got all kinds of other ones on there, too, doing stuff.
Doggy Land, yeah!
Wow, wow, wow. Good morning, pups. It's time to roll. Let's find a seat. High five, come on. We got barks a lot. Yap, yap, and wags all aboard the bus. Let's head to class.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round.
Doggyland, to me, would be a 3D animated cartoon series designed for kids. I say preschoolers, toddlers, and eventually kids of all ages because it's so influential, it's so educational, and it's so fundamentally smart. The way we put it together with song, dance, and education.
All through the town.
Bow Wizzle is the character that I voice. He's the big brother, mentor, looks after all of the young pups. Great director, great singer, but most importantly, he's a phenomenal rapper. And you know the kids love rapping. So when he takes the lead and starts it off, they love to follow his lead, and he makes it fun, he makes it cool, and he makes it easy to learn. So Bow Wizzle is a great version of Snoop Dogg, a greater version.
Oh, Bow Wizzle, I love your braids. I wish my hair could grow like that.
Thanks, but if you had braids, we wouldn't be able to see those big, awesome ears of yours.
That's right. We're all different, and that's what makes us special.
Big, awesome ears.
We're all different, and that's what makes us special. More woke nonsense from Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite snowflake. Telling people being different's okay. So anyway, if you're,
That's still
get on
nothing.
there. I thought for sure that was a goof, but it is not a goof.
No, if you want some good, wholesome rap, you go to Matty B Raps. I just sent you a version of him doing Miss Jackson. And it's this little white kid. And this is from like 2013, but he keeps making the rounds on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. And I just love it. It's so much better than the original. You can bring
hold
it
on,
up
yeah.
on the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, this one right here goes out to all my ladies' mamas. Mamas. Mamas, mamas. My ladies' mamas, mama. Ha. Yeah, go like this. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make
What did he say? My mama's mamas?
Yeah, all
my
mamas out
baby
there.
mamas?
Yeah, he's doing Miss Jackson.
Yeah, but I thought maybe he'd kids bop it.
Not really.
Oh,
I think
okay.
he just does a straight
Verbatim.
cover of it. Yeah. Which is
I apologize a trillion times. My lady trauma mama don't like me. She doing things like having the boys come to the studio trying to fight me.
Oh, Matty B.
Oh, Matty B, you're trying to do
Aw.
not just like do a rap song, but do a like Andre 3000 has some of the most distinctive flow, and him trying to do it is probably my favorite thing I've ever seen.
She need to get a piece of the American pie and take a bite out. This is my house. I disconnect the cable and turn the lights out and let her know her daughter is a lady and not a paycheck. Bracelets.
I bet that's really Matty B's mom, too, looking all distraught.
And there's a part where when he goes, "Me and your daughter," and the way he says daughter, it's
Forever, ever? Forever, ever?
Yeah.
Hibachi girl, I pay that. I love your mom and everything. See, I know one to trip now. She wanna rip me up, start a war between us. My brother, stay down. She never got a chance to hear my side of the story. We was divided.
And obviously, the kid isn't going to drop any expletives.
No, I don't
All
believe
right.
so.
Just to show people this
Yeah.
screen capture here, because that's a good one, too.
Yeah.
There you go. Matty B's mom.
You gotta drag it up to the top.
Got a fish fries and cookouts on your birthday uninvited. Despite it, I show the utmost respect when I fall through. All you do is defend that lady when I call you. Yee. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yee yee. Yee yee. Well, where's Forever Ever?
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
It's in there somewhere.
Apologize a trillion. Puppy love. We say it's full grown. Hope that we feel this way forever. You can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. Miss Jackson. 10 times out of 9. Now if I'm blind, fine. The quickest muzzle through it on my mouth and no decline.
So this kid's probably like a well-to-do suburban Dallas
Yeah.
kid.
And this is also from 2013 when it was originally out. So he's probably an adult now.
You've seen
Like,
Oh, yeah. His profile picture, he's clearly much older.
well, that's not even really him on because I think.
One
The
of his
kid-
videos is 10 years of Matty B rapping.
Okay, right.
He's
on.
shaking the haters off.
Oh, nice. Good for him. I love
He's
it.
he's like bleach white his hair from time to time. Anyway, I've never heard of Matty B, but
Now you
good
have.
now I have. He's out there shaking off his haters. He's got 109,000 subscribers. Good for him.
Am I looking at the right profile? Because this one says 14.6 million subscribers.
No. Well, that might have been his.
It says it's the same blonde dude.
Maybe that was his heyday
14.6 million subscribers.
on YouTube.
Yeah, I could be looking at
Because
the
this
wrong
is
video.
the one that I sent Alan's Matty B Raps fans.
Okay, this is Matty B Raps,
Oh,
and this is
yeah.
probably his actual profile. 'cause
I was going to say 100,000 sounded low for something this silly.
This sounds verified.
This sounds exactly
I mean-
like something people would just bite into with.
I'm looking at his verified page, so he has 14.6 subscribers.
Mhm.
million. I'm sorry. I'm scrolling through his thing. A good-looking kid, but Jesus, like, could you be more white? And it's not his fault, but, like, come on.
Hey, listen, he still likes Outkast. Outkast is a phenomenal band, and the kid took the time to learn all the words. He put some time into it.
He's killing it.
Right?
I mean, these videos get tons of views, too.
Sure. You get him on that Snoop show.
That's what I'm saying. There's gotta
Doggy
be a
Land. Snoop,
crossover there.
by the way, did you see that Jamie Foxx doing Trump?
Jamie Foxx might be the best impressionist there is on the planet.
Yeah, low key. I
Like,
don't
he
know
and
that
Dave
people
Chappelle,
are
he
talking.
does-
Yeah.
He can do, I mean, he's an incredibly talented musician, singer, and I think he's a great piano player too, right?
He got a
Yeah.
scholarship to go to college.
He can
for
do
piano.
so much thing, and then he can also just do anybody's voice.
Yeah, he was on a show. Speaking of Snoop, he was on a show with Snoop, this show called Rap Radar. And I guess he just started, like, breaking it out. It was pretty good. Like, if you didn't know that it was him, I don't know that you would be able to figure out who it was.
There's a lot of great people on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides. I know Harry, he's a great person. He couldn't vote for me at the time. Now he can vote for me once he gets out. I love Snoop D.L. Double G, great person.
So do you love Death Row Records?
I love
People on
Death
both
Row.
sides.
I love Death. Excuse me. Fake news.
Yeah, if you didn't know it was Jamie Foxx.
Like, I'm not seeing it, I'm just hearing it, and I'm just blown away because
pretty wild.
I saw it earlier, but it's crazy. But he could just do impressions and have a whole career, but he just throws it in like every once in a while. He's doing an interview for fun.
Well, and a lot of people forget that, or maybe don't even know if they're of a certain age, that Jamie Foxx was a stand-up because he doesn't do it often.
I just remember, I think my first introduction to Jamie Foxx was the Jamie Foxx Show.
I think that's true for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had Ray that came out, and then my brother bought his album like when he came out. So I was like, wow, he's a triple threat. He can act, he can really act. Like, he won an Oscar for Ray, and then he came out with the Unpredictable album. Oh, it just killed everything.
And he's got a really good eye for talent. Like, before Ed Sheeran was anything, he was sleeping on Jamie Foxx's couch.
Really?
Yeah, and
I didn't know that story.
And he was using Jamie Foxx's studio because Jamie Foxx was like, you have got something going on. And yeah, so Jamie Foxx was like was an early benefactor for Ed Sheeran.
Benefactor.
Yeah.
You think he's getting some kickback now? Like, you getting like
I don't know if he's a producer or anything like that, but you know, yeah, Jamie Foxx is a really, really talented dude. And he's you know, he was supposed to be in the Spawn reboot. I don't know what happened with that. And then he was going to play Mike Tyson. I don't know what happened with that either.
He would have killed it as Mike Tyson.
You think so?
Yeah. Again, because he just can do impressions so well. And then I think he could, you know, they're very good at doing the makeup now and adding prosthetics to make you look that way. So you don't have to look as much like him, but he can also put on muscle when he needs to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't watched that Netflix vampire thing he's got going on.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet either, but Mary said it wasn't bad. But I heard some people say it was really fun, so I'll give it a shot maybe.
But he was Electro and Spider-Man, and, you know,
Yeah.
he's done some fun that stuff. That one's going back in the theaters, by the way.
Yeah.
They're
trying to get
print
the
off some more
box
money.
office up there.
Yeah. So Snoop is doing his YouTube channel for kids, and you know, some people are flipping their wigs because there's a school. Now, this is Australia, so these are Australian politicians that are flipping their wigs. But there's a school that is letting a girl who says she identifies as a cat do her thing. They said that she's phenomenally bright, but she's largely nonverbal, and the school is supporting her. And of course, just as the United States might seem the craziest place on the planet, or one of them, but we haven't cornered the market on people getting their undies in a twist over practically nothing. Over in Australia, they've got just as many politicians that are screaming about woke and, ask them to define woke and their heads will explode. They can't do that. But so a lot of people over there are giving this school a hard time for accommodating a girl who they say is extraordinarily bright, which I would think would be the most important thing. No matter what country you're in, we need smart people, right? We don't need any more dumb people. We need smart people. We should accommodate intelligent people. We should support them. And newsflash, if you have a daughter, at some point she's going to identify as a cat. My daughter's been doing it for the last year, all right? It's just part of the whole thing. At some point, she's going to walk around on all fours. She's going to meow when you talk to her. I mean, it's just part of having a daughter. So they're letting this girl, I don't know how this manifests itself. I don't know if she's walking on all fours, but, it's, to some of the politicians over there, this is allowing the radical left to run rampant. And they're not alone in that assessment. But why not? Now, I don't think, and I think that if you're going to do this, you go all in. I think you put a bowl of food and water in the kitchen in the corner for the kid. I think, look.
She has to use a litter box.
Yeah, all of it. Mm-hmm. That's right. If that's how you identify, God bless you. But you got to go the whole nine. You got to do it all. So the school has, they said that some students were cutting holes in their uniforms for tails. And that they wanted them.
That's not a good look for students.
They wanted them to stop doing that to their uniforms, but, destruction of school property.
They can't find a tail that clips onto the uniform.
I don't know. Yeah, you're not going to grow one. Like, what do you actually? I don't know. I'm going to take a break.
They're not using one of those, I hope. I've seen the ladies that, they'll use a tail that it stays in through, it's inserted.
Other means.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I don't think a kid should be using that.
No, I don't either. I Prevail is coming to do a show at the legendary Agora right here in Cleveland, Ohio on November the 11th. If you like that band, they're bringing some other good bands with them. I'll get you the last pair of tickets here coming up after the break. 35192 if you want to text. And we'll be back after these.
It's the Alan Cox Show.